What's up, y'all? First things first, I need y'all to hit the God blessed like button, man. I'll wait. I'll wait. Appreciate that. Second of all, y'all got the lighting a little low, man. Real chill vibe, man. I got a little bit of a congestion, a little bit of a cough.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus! Shit is getting real!
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, y'all. We are going to react to this video. It says the title of this video is "Woman Demands 200K Engagement Ring." Y'all, this is like a 30-minute vid. I don't think we're gonna react to the whole dang thing. I watched like the first minute and I thought it was pretty interesting, so I thought we go through a little bit of it. I'm obviously gonna be pausing and adding my 2 cents throughout the video since it's so long. Let's get into it.
That sort of space.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm back, he's immediately like, let's celebrate. Like, I want to take you out, and I'm like,
oh, how many dates have you guys gone on?
one.
Okay.
Yeah, we went on one right before I left. That was our first date.
Date? Go ahead. Sorry.
So now we'll go, I guess, on a second one and see.
Okay.
But he's kind of short. He's only like 5'9".
Oh, that's you're what, like 5'9", right?
I'm 5'8".
That's tall enough, right?
Not really. You know, I'm manifesting a tall man. One of the other guys I'm talking to is 6'7".
Oh wow.
Yeah. And we'll be going out soon. It's just a matter of like scheduling. We just haven't been able to like link on the schedules. We both work a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going out with a 5'9" guy. Good chap, good dude. But he's trying to get with the 6'7" guy that the schedules aren't aligning. I mean, we as men, we know what that represents, right? That guy's really not that interested in her like that.
Okay. There's another guy who I just made this whole TikTok about, who was like all about me, asking me out, calling me all these pet names, my love, and all this shit. And then we're talking, and I was like, "Oh, you have the vaccine, right?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "You're not vaccinated, and you want to go out with me?" I'm like, "I'm not going out with you. You're not vaccinated. What, do you expect me to be kissing you? You're not vaccinated?" I'm like, "Get the fuck out."
Really? Oh, I wouldn't care. I would not care.
In too many arenas where you have to be vaccinated. Like, I work at a yoga studio where we're requiring proof of vaccination. That's where I am right now, folding all this laundry. Mm-hmm. I also do all these music festivals where they're requiring proof of vaccination. And to me, it's so much deeper than just like, do you or don't you? It's about that, like, I don't want to have that debate with you, right? Like, clearly, if we don't view it the same way, we're not in alignment.
Right.
I mean, like, there's no secret about, y'all know how I feel about this whole jab stuff. But, you know, she has a right to be delusional. But honestly, that dude dodged a bullet, because these woke women, man, they'll do nothing but drive you insane. I say y'all all the time, man, don't ever take a liberal woman serious. Like, the fact that it's okay, if in your head it's okay, this this virus is so potent, it's so deadly, but you think it's okay to go to these concerts, her words, music festivals, yoga studios, it's fine to be around these people as long as you've got the jab, when we already know it, really it's a pandemic of the unjabbed. But go off, sis.
So would you not date someone that was different than you, like, politically?
No, I wouldn't.
What are your standards? Like, what are your requirements for a guy?
I mean, politically, I definitely want us to have the same view. You know, I'm a black woman, right? So I'm not going to date like a white Republican. That would just be a headache. Like, why would we do that to ourselves? We would.
White Republican wouldn't date you anyway.
We have the same friends. We wouldn't travel in the same circles.
A Republican or conservative wouldn't date you anyway.
And we don't view the world the same way. So I want someone who views the world the same as me. And even if you're not black, but you're white and you like get and understand the Black struggle, fine, that's fine. But yeah, I definitely want them to have the same political views as me, because it's just, why bother in having those arguments? You know,
Okay.
it's just going to turn into a fight later.
Yeah. No. So what else?
Well, they have to have a car. This other guy who didn't have a vaccine, he didn't even have a car. I was like, how are you coming to take me out? You don't have a car. You know, I'm not driving anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's like minimum requirement. You have to have a car. I've also realized that I want someone that has like some sort of creative or like job and entertainment, like I have. You have to be very.
Yeah, you know what, y'all? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's be all the way fair here. So, 5'9" guy, she's not interested in at all, right? Okay, let's just say, and really, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt here, but it sounds like she wants. I mean, the 6'7" guy, she's like really interested in, right? But we'll just say 6 foot. So 6 foot, career in entertainment, has jab. All right. Well, let's just keep a little note of this.
Ambitious, because I am very ambitious. I want to be able to, like, we'll spend our days or whatever separately, and then at the end of the night, I want us to be able to come together and talk about all of the exciting things that happen in each of our lives, right? Like,
okay.
This other guy was like, well, I'm not rich, I'm a regular guy. And I was like, that's fine, but like, I'm not a regular girl. Like, I'm not. So
she looks like every other bitch. Like,
like, if you are gonna date me, like, either you have to be able to handle that, or you yourself also has to not be like regular. Like, I don't think I'm like just an average person. Like, that to me is boring.
Okay, so is there like do you care? Okay, would you be cool with a guy that makes less money but he's a hard worker, like he's ambitious?
Yeah.
Okay, so like if he was making like, let's say he just started his own business but he makes $45,000 a year, would you date him?
You wouldn't be able to afford my engagement ring. I'm getting an 8-carat cushion cut vintage engagement ring. If you make $45,000 a year, it would take you 4 years? No, 8 years to afford.
Wait, how much? I don't know anything about rings. How much is that?
About $200,000.
Girl, you want a $200,000? Are you insane?
My ring has to sparkle from across the street. Like, you have to see that shit. It's gonna blind people.
But that's so superficial. That's like so superficial.
But it's about so much more than that. It's about the fact that you can afford that, right? I go to yoga with this girl who has an 8-carat diamond engagement ring.
Yeah.
The weed company and drives an Audi. So it's about more than just it's about the fact that you can afford that.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking like
if you're in these spaces, fellas, and you're listening to these chicks, man, and they're saying certain things about, well, I know so and so who has that. I saw so and so at this place, and she has that. Run for the hills, right? We call that keeping up with the Joneses. It's not organic, right? You want that because it's lust. Okay, it's coveting. You want that because someone else has it. And I never have been a fan of this mentality, like it's me, right? Like I live out in the country, right? Been blessed, man. Life's good, God's good. I'm a landowner, right? But I know guys that have thousands of acres, right? And I could easily do what this chick is saying and talk about this fella. But you never know their story, right? Like, these guys had these ranches passed down for generations. Like, the chick that you saw with the huge ring, you don't know, man. That's probably from that old money, right? You just never know what somebody has done to get what they have, and you don't know what they're doing to keep what they have. Like, I think it's upwards of 70%, it's probably closer to 80% of people that are living paycheck to paycheck. Just think about that, right? If you look at any of these like new subdivisions, like where the minimum for like probably like a 4-bedroom house is like $350K or something like that, or like $500,000 for these newer subdivisions. Just think about that. how many people, like you can just count 1, 2, 3, 4. That guy's living a paycheck to paycheck. 1, 2, 3, 4. That guy's living a paycheck to paycheck. Like just think about that. Think about that. 200K engagement ring. Right on. Let's put that down, y'all. 200K engagement ring. Right on.
You're gonna miss out on a lot of guys because I'm telling.
Is there
No,
an
but not in a good way. Not in a good way. I'm telling you, like my dad would. If my mom asked for that from my dad would have told her to go find a new boyfriend because there's no way in hell he was going to spend $200,000 on an engagement ring, and that's a multi-millionaire in the top 0.5% who had 10 kids. My mom never.
He built. What? He said he's built to becoming that. He wasn't that originally, right?
He wasn't. Well, he was making like 6 figures in his early 20s.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So any woman with half a brain would think, this is a good. But my dad's like, he's good with money. He's not like to me, that's like such an unwise investment to spend $200K.
Diamonds appreciate.
Oh my God, no.
Look at her face as the lady up top is giving her, great advice, and she's just like, you can't process it. It's pretty interesting.
Oh my God, no. That's like, I would rather put that in a college fund for our kids, or like.
Yeah, they'll have that too.
But this just sounds like not like real to me,
Really?
Yeah,
well,
like
I don't know. For me, like I told you, like my status is going up. Like I just did a music festival where I made 30 grand over the weekend in one weekend. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. It was bound to happen, right? It was bound to happen. The mentioning of income, her income. See, this is what I find disingenuous. And by the way, I'm not attacking this lady, by the way. I'm not attacking this lady. But the excuse me, the mindset I don't agree with. And I tell you what, see, I get complimented on my listening ability. I say that humbly. I've gotten complimented. It's, Pat, you're a good listener, right? Women have told me this, right? And as I listen intently, there are a couple things that I jotted down in the old computer. Now, earlier you said that you want a man, even if he's not black, that you want a man that can understand the black struggle. And see, as a black person myself, what you said was very disingenuous, because you said that you want somebody to understand the black struggle, and now you turn around a few sentences later and said that you made 30K this past weekend. And see, I don't like that. I don't like that because you're wrong. And this whole fictitious struggle you're talking about, it's like LeBron James and all these multi-millionaire, billionaire black frauds. Okay? That you have security that are white people. You have chauffeurs that are white people. You have help that are white people, right? But you also want to say that you have a struggle. Okay? That's just not true, ma'am. Okay? 30K in a weekend. Understand the black struggle. I know a lot of white people are never going to make 30K in a weekend. The majority of people on earth aren't making 30K in a weekend. And I'm just assuming you're telling the truth, but it's okay. I'm gonna believe that you're telling the truth.
I need somebody who can be on that level.
Right, but the problem is, like, guys don't care about your money.
Right, but I care.
I know, but it doesn't, like, like, I think you're gonna miss out on a lot.
See, this is the unfortunate the really unfortunate thing about these modern women, fellas, is that it really doesn't matter who they get the information from. You have this lady up top that's dad is very wealthy, right? He's been wealthy for a long time, right? She's literally telling her woman to woman that the dudes don't care. The type of dudes that you're wanting, they don't care about your money. Okay? And what is her response? But I care. See, when these women have this type of mindset, it really doesn't matter what you tell them. It really doesn't matter what you tell them because they're gonna just believe what they want to believe and they're gonna hear what they want to hear, right?
A lot of guys with like this, like to me, these are like crazy high standards.
So today I listened to my dating coach. She said, you do not get your expectation, you get your minimum standard.
Mm-hmm. Who is your dating coach married?
Yes. And she has a baby. And her wedding ring is at least 5 carats.
Yeah.
And her man is rich. And she doesn't even have to work.
Okay. You know,
and she herself makes like 30 to 50 grand a month. Coaching women.
We obviously know that's not true because there's plenty of women that have minimum standards that are still single in their 40s. There's a lot of there's a lot of successful women in general. Well, there's a lot of successful, I mean, I could go off on a list. I could go off on a tangent right now. A lot of successful black women that are going through right now. And they're older ladies, plenty of money with no man. Megan Good, Keisha Cole, Vivica Fox, Erica Badu, Tiffany Haddish. That's just off the top of my head, man. Like, we've got to. So I don't believe that whole thing. That no. What's gonna happen is that you're gonna get old and say, where have all the good men gone? We've seen this before.
In love.
I mean, good luck if that like works for you. I just like, to me that sounds like a $200K engagement ring. Like, I think like guys are gonna hear that and be like, no.
Because you just have to have the man who's okay with maintaining you, right?
With maintaining you,
right? Like, you can be high maintenance, but if you are dating a man that is okay with maintaining you, you're fine. You're not high maintenance, then you're just on their level.
Okay, but I'm just thinking like, like, I know, but those guys that are making like that amount of money, like I think they typically want like the young, like 21, 22-year-olds.
I don't think so.
Maybe. What?
I'm 30, so I'm not that old. I'm actually an age to be wiped up by somebody who's like in their 40s and like ready to be serious and start popping out babies. A 21-year-old, unless you're Kylie Jenner, is realistically too young to be like popping out kids.
Nah, see. This is something that it's on the surface. It sounds like a brilliant. It sounds like a brilliant argument tactic. As a modern woman, it sounds brilliant on the surface if you don't know any better. Like yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. A 30-year-old woman. Yeah, she's more. What do we always hear? She knows what she wants, right? So on the surface, it sounds good, but look, in the reality, if you're really as a man and you're doing your thing, you really understand what's going on here. It makes in every way possible, it makes sense to date the younger chick for so many reasons. Look, let's just briefly go through the list, fellas. 6 feet plus. Career in entertainment, has jab, ambitious, 200K engagement ring. These aren't my words, these are her words. And this man is, out of all the eligible ladies, he's gonna pick you. I'm not attacking you, man. Respectfully, I'm not. This isn't one of those type of channels where I'm a like roast you or anything like that. I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm just saying, man. Respectfully, look. Let's talk about experience. Okay, I'm a 30-year-old man. God is good, doing well. Okay, I meet a couple of these metrics. Okay, there's in no reality where I'm going to take a woman with this mindset seriously. I'm not. I'm going to do, and I'm going to suggest to fellas what I'm doing right now, which is dating a younger chick that doesn't have these unrealistic, these social media esque standards, as they want to say. I'm gonna get a younger chick that's got a better outlook on just relationships and life in general. Okay, that's gonna want to be feminine and just is gonna want to be in her traditional feminine element. Just saying.
Like, you're too young.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, I'm sorry, the $200,000, like, that's crazy to me. That's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe, that's crazy.
Someone that can make that amount of money in a shorter period of time, like somebody who is, say, a musical artist, right? A musical producer, somebody who's in entertainment, somebody who's on a TV show, somebody who does like concerts and tours. That amount of money isn't the same to them. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like, say I was dating somebody like a G-Eazy, right?
Okay.
He makes $150,000 minimum per show. Minimum. That's what he makes in a show.
Yeah.
So if he does a couple shows, the 200 grand to him, he won't even feel it.
Miss Lady. G-Eazy, man. Really? Come on, Miss Lady. I get it that it's an example, but really, I mean, think about it. We're talking about these are a handful of guys. You can in your head count all the guys that are out on tour making this money and stuff like this. We're talking about what? And if everyone in that space, from the producers to the artists to the people that are really making that absurd, what are we talking about, y'all? A couple thousand people, maybe a few thousand people in the United States of America. That's what you're betting on? Really? Right on.
No, but like, this is someone coming from someone, like, I've been in a relationship with a guy that was worth over $1 million. Like, but I would never in a million years ask him to spend $200K on a ring. Like, to me, that's almost like entitled. Like, I'm not entitled to him.
You know what's funny is the fact that she wouldn't ask that man to spend $200K on a ring. If anybody's gonna spend $200K on a ring, he would spend it because she didn't ask for it. Right? You know what I'm saying? Maybe not $200K. He would buy a nice ring because she wasn't badgering him about buying a freaking nice ring. Are you kidding me?
His money.
I mean, here's the thing. If I can afford it myself,
there it is.
I would want you to be able to get it.
There it is.
Right?
Yeah.
Get it myself.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that's just. Yeah, I guess like we kind of probably have different like views on like spending habits, because to me, I'm like, I would, even if I had the money, I would never spend that on a ring.
But I'm also not that much of a jewelry person, right? So it's like, you're not going to need to be buying me diamonds for every anniversary or jewelry all the time. Like, get me my ring, and that's it.
Yeah, y'all. So we're gonna go ahead and end it right there, man. Yeah. Look, I said it before. I'll say it again. I'll say it till the cows come home. Don't date liberal women. Don't date woke women. Don't date these women, man. There's nothing that you can do with it from a long-term perspective. And I'm telling you right now, the older that they are, the more likely they're going to be like this. Because they've been in a lot of relationships, a lot of failed relationships, and they take the good from, excuse me, they take the good from every dude, right? And they want the good from every single one of these dudes, none of the bad. And also, he's got to be 6'4", make 1.5 million a year on the low end, have the jab, career in entertainment. Obviously, he's going to be ambitious, and will be willing to buy you $200K engagement ring and do the things that are going to upkeep you. I'm not the type of guy that's going to say it's something that you absolutely can't get. But if we're going to talk about odds, and I'm not a bookie by any stretch, nor am I a statistician, but I'm going to guess and say that you have a higher chance of being struck by lightning. So that's what I gotta say about that. And for the other modern women that feel like that, I do believe that y'all have
emotional damage.
Your favorite Texan here, man. Subscribe, like the God blessed video, man. Gotta get the engagement up on the channel. Come on with it. See you on the next one. Salute. God bless.